guests of this very auspicious occasion of felicitating Karnataka teachers and awarding them for their wonderful services. Chief Guest Sri Santosh Hegde Sahab, Madam Sayyida Nusrat, patron founder of the Nimantran Aryan Institute for the teachers, distinguished invitees, teachers, principals, professors, directors who are present out here on this very auspicious occasion. I'm indeed delighted and have been educated for nearly 3 hours. Being with all of you, it was a big education to me. And where do I start from? I'm stumped. Normally, I stump the cricketers on the field, but I'm stumped off the field, which has been a pleasure. Nevertheless, not to take too long, the teaching of a child, where does it start from? Anybody? At home? Home is the first school. That's what you're saying? Home. That's the answer. That's the answer. That is where the teaching of a child starts. Are you a doctor? No, you are. Okay. Nevertheless, neither am I. Okay. Right. So that's where the teaching starts. And I remember my grandmother and my mother telling the would-be mothers to, they educate that would-be mother to be, to look at good things, to hear good things, not to listen to a lie, not to lie, not to have any indifferences feeling. And that is where the teaching begins. One has to be honest. An individual, to me, an individual is a reflection of his parents, 80%. And the 20% is the combination and the influence of the society and the environment the child, he or she moves into. And that individual of 80%, when I say it is the genes which he or she carries from the parents. There is an iota of the paternal side, maternal side, in that particular individual, he or she. I have the genes of my grandparents. I have the genes of my uncles. I have the genes of my other venerable family members. And I'm in a combination of the genes which are into me, which comes in. So it is very important for the teachers to inculcate the good habits at the grassroots level itself. You can turn and churn a child when he or she is right at the play school. Even if he or she from that play school is, on a bad note, on a distracted note, that is where you can groom and turn the child into the right direction. And that is very, very important. You see, honesty and sincerity plays a very big role. I'm generalizing the whole issue. And the classic example of honesty, genuinity, and sincerity is the legendary Dr. Santosh Hegde. If one can follow, he's a role model to all of us. And unfortunately, the truth and honesty does not prevail by and large. Anybody who speaks the truth, he's either harassed or removed from the job or transferred. So you are the future of tomorrow. So you are the ones, you are the teachers who have a huge responsibility in nurturing, in building an honest and sincere nation. I can't go any further than that. So with these few words, thank you very much for the kind words spoken. Thank you so much. I'm honored by the kind words which you have expressed. Where did you get those stats from? Okay. Nevertheless, I'm indeed very thankful to Dr. Sayyida Nusrat and her team for giving me this wonderful opportunity to educate myself and take a few things out of this wonderful program which we have organized. And I would like to wish all those teachers who were awarded and all those principals and the directors of various schools who are present out here the very best of luck in your endeavors, in your goals. You know, it's very, very important. You've got to have a very far-sighted vision. You see, you have to have the goal, you have to have the dreams, and all those goals and dreams will materialize only with total. The 3 Ds play a very important role in every individual's life. That is determination, dedication, and discipline. Discipline I would put ahead of the 2, because discipline is what builds one's character. And a good character takes you a very long way. And your achievements, your goals which you have achieved, one has to be very humble. Learning and reading about Dr. Santosh Hegde, I have learned a great deal. Now, the most important, valuable thing which I learned, of course, it started all from my mother's womb, the upbringing of my parents. I'm indebted. Until life, I'm indebted to their services which they have, the kind of upbringing it reflects. Any individual with a good character, with humility. People talk about the parents. Wow, he must have been brought up in a very nice way. So on those basis, the mothers would be who are out here in this audience, and those who have those little tiny tots with them, teach them the good habits. Don't give them this is a very bad culprit. This has distracted many. This has distracted everybody actually. We have become addicts to this particular thing which we cannot live without it. You see, and there's no communication between the husband and wife and the children, who are both professionally employed. As soon as they come home, the children are in their rooms with this cell phone. They are busy watching whatever. There's so much of distractions on this. And the husband comes, straight away he looks on, gets into his room, he looks into the WhatsApp messages, is not talking to his wife. The wife also is busy. There's no communication. I request all those, a very earnest request to the parents who have the children, to have a very strong bondage with your children when they come back from school. Find out as to what they learned in the school. Did they have a good day or bad day? What did you learn? Ask them. Talk to them for 5 minutes. This definitely brings a very strong bondage, which is very, very required between the parents and the children. and keep a track of the children, where they go, when they come. I think it's very, very important. With these few words, I thank you once again, Madam Dr. Syed Nusrat, and your entire team, and all those principals and teachers who are assembled here, and all those who have won all those awards. I congratulate all of them. And I wish all of them the very best of luck in your endeavors, if there is any way I could be of any service to any school, any college, it will be my utmost pleasure to share my humble experiences, how I climbed up the ladder of success. It's very, very important. It is important to have, I have gone through a lot of hurdles which I have crossed, and it gives me an utmost pleasure. And it is all due to the Almighty Lord first, and then the du'as, the prayers of mine, and the blessings of my parents, and those good well-wishers of the sporting fraternity, particularly the game of cricket, which has become a religion in our country. With these few words, thank you once again for very patiently listening to my little experience. Thank you all, and I wish you all the very best.